This segment sponsored by Foster Financial. It is Money Monday, and today we're going to break down some useful financial topics for women. And joining me is Caleb Doane, the Vice President of Foster Financial. Good morning.
Good morning.
How's it going?
It's going well. How are you?
Good. I'm doing well. Look, we're kind of matching.
Hey, there we go. We didn't even plan it. That's pretty good.
Okay, so we're continuing our conversation from the previous Money Monday, talking about fixed annuity indexes or fixed index annuities. Yes. And so we hit on one part of it. What part will we discuss today?
Yeah, so I mean, these are pretty complex investments, I would say, but they're really common. So I mean, there's a lot of people out there that are probably listening to this saying, hey, I'm pretty sure I have one of those in my portfolio. But the thing is, they're so common and yet so complex. And so I find a lot of people maybe don't fully understand what they're invested in.
Okay.
And so, you know, last week we talked a little bit about kind of the concept of FIAs. Today I wanted to talk about the concept of riders and specifically income riders.
Okay, income riders. Okay, what is that?
Yeah, so a rider is basically just an added benefit that gets attached onto a policy. Okay.
Okay.
So it's some extra little benefit, and this could be anything. Probably one of the most common ones on these fixed indexed annuities are an income rider. And basically how it works is the insurance company, which are who these are purchased through, they say, hey, you have $100,000 in this fixed indexed annuity. We are going to guarantee that you're allowed to withdraw $6,000 every single year for the rest of your life. And that could be more or less, it kind of depends on the insurance company, but they guarantee you a certain amount that you can withdraw for the rest of your life, regardless of how long you live, even if the account value goes to zero. And so it's basically a hedge against longevity, outliving your savings.
Okay, so let's say that there was that financial deduction rider, but you said the account can run out. So how much money people actually have themselves can run out and they will still get paid?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, so it's basically the insurance company is saying, hey, you know, they look at your age and all that kind of stuff, and they basically say, hey, based on these factors, you know, you're 65 years old, we're going to allow you to withdraw 6% of this contract every single year. So on $100,000, they say, hey, you can withdraw $6,000 every single year for the rest of your life. And so that $100,000 is in that account. Year one, maybe it grows a little bit to $102,000 by just, you know, indexing in the index that it tracks. Then you withdraw the $6,000, so it goes down a little bit, and over the course of your retirement, it continues to go down. If you live a really long time, you're withdrawing money out of that contract for many, many years.
Yeah.
So the risk of somebody living to, you know, 100 years old or something like that in retirement is that, man, they need those accounts to last them for a long time.
Okay, so I'm sure that was like ding, ding, ding. People's minds are like, okay, wait, what are we talking about again? How do we get this? We get this for the rest of our lives. So let's back it up just a little bit and retell us what an annuity is and a fixed annuity. What are the differences between the two? Yes,
well, so a fixed indexed annuity, which is one of the more common ones that a lot of people are in, it protects you on the downside. Okay, so if you have $100,000 invested in the annuity, it might track the S&P 500. If the S&P 500 goes down 10%, your annuity does not go down 10%. But then on the upside, you don't get to participate in the whole upside. So if the S&P 500 goes up 10%, you might be capped at 5%.
And so again, an annuity, a fixed indexed annuity is something that people can open themselves.
Yeah, you open it, you purchase it through like an insurance company, and a lot of times people are rolling over their 401k, let's say, into a fixed indexed annuity.
So it's essentially a retirement fund.
Yeah, exactly. It's a type of retirement account that somebody would be invested in. Those income riders specifically, those are kind of for people who need to withdraw the money in order to live off of in retirement.
And so with that fixed indexed annuity, is there a minimum age or that you have to be in order to get it? Because, you know, we love the 70, 71 and a half and all that for retirement.
Yeah, so with annuities, in order to withdraw without getting a penalty, you need to be over 59 and a half.
Okay.
So you can get into it at any time you want. But in order to withdraw it, specifically from an IRA, for example, without any sort of tax penalties, you have to be over 59 and a half.
So out of all of the retirement investment plans, would it be wise for a young person to start putting money into a fixed index annuity now?
So oftentimes not, because a fixed index annuity is a very conservative investment, which is one of the reasons why, it's helpful to talk about on Money Mondays, because we focus on kind of financial advice relating to women. Right. Generally speaking, women are a little bit more conservative than men when it comes to investments. And so I personally have never recommended that somebody who's a very aggressive investor be inside a fixed index annuity. And usually, younger investors, they have a longer time before they need to withdraw the money. They can be a little bit more growth oriented. Fixed index annuities, they're capped in what they're allowed to increase, but they protect you on the downside. So it can be a good investment for the more conservative investors, but usually that's, the people who are closer to retirement or in retirement.
Right. So you would recommend waiting, maybe get something else younger that you can kind of have more flexibility, a little bit of chance of a rise in your what is it? You have your conservative, but then you have your
more aggressive
growth
oriented.
Fund. You can kind of change stuff with it. Okay, so once a person gets an annuity, do you apply for this income rider on the onset of it, or do you wait?
Yeah, typically you put that income rider on right away.
Okay.
And it depends on the agent or investment advisor that's helping somebody get into these. But the thing is, you want to get into an annuity only if it's suitable for you, right? If it's necessary for you to get in. So if somebody is, transferring money into an annuity because they need to take income from it, then usually you'll want to put that income rider on right from the start, right? It's necessary to do that right when it opens. I think the issue that I've seen in the past is that there are some people who have an income rider on their annuity, and a lot of those income riders charge a fee in order for it to be on there. So the insurance company might be charging 1% or whatever it might be of the contract value in order to have that rider on there. And the people who have that might not even need the income.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll have people who, between Social Security and their pensions, they have all the income that they need. They're not even withdrawing money from the fixed indexed annuity, and they don't plan to. Yet they're, they come to me and they say, hey, somebody sold me this. I'm not sure why I have this. And I'm saying, hey, well, they're charging you $1,000 a year, $2,000 a year, whatever it is for this rider, and you're never going to use it. And so let's actually take that off so you're not getting charged.
Okay. Okay. And then my final question would be, for the fixed part, is there a certain term on this fixed annuity, or is it when you get it and then for the rest of your life?
Yeah, so there's usually kind of a couple different periods within these policies. The main one is the surrender period. So you'll get into a fixed index annuity. They'll say, hey, we're going to track the S&P 500, all this kind of stuff. But there's a surrender period of 5 years, let's say. So if that just means if you put money into it and then you want to take all of that money back out, there might be a surrender charge on doing that. The insurance company is basically saying, hey, we're giving you these certain contract details. We agree to increase the value if the stock market does this, all this kind of stuff, but you need to keep the money with us for a certain number of years. And if you don't, if you decide, hey, I need to go into a different annuity, I need to cash it out, whatever it is, there can be surrender charges there too. So that's another thing that's important to take a look at is the time horizon for the client on that money.
Well, that's good. I think another thing that's important is to get a financial advisor to break it down, because that's a lot of things to kind of decide, and you need someone who is an expert like you. So thank you so much, Caleb.
Yeah, thank you.
And Foster Financial is here to help women plan for their retirement. So you can actually give them a call to set up a complimentary consultation. And I'll see you after the break. This segment sponsored by Foster Financial.